Welcome back, folks, to Let's Replay Stonekeep, and when last we left off, we're exploring the second level of the ruins of Stonekeep, and we've already encountered the two new enemies for this floor, the slimes and the serpents. We'll be seeing a fair bit more of the serpents. Let's have a look in here, shall we? Any enemies in here? The answer is yes. Time to throw an arrow or two, and attack a little bit as well. Unfortunately, we weren't quick enough to throw a lot of arrows, so we have to use our sword. Fortunately, the sword is quite powerful. We have a lot of healing items should we want to use them, and we will be eventually. I am sort of dancing with death here by having only 25 health, but I'm sure we'll be fine. No enemies around there. And nothing in here, it would seem. Just a bunch of ruined furniture. I didn't break it, they broke it. Or maybe it was already broken. Either way, there's nothing really in here of any importance. Or is there? The answer is no. Absolutely nothing. Well, it was good to explore anyway. Let's go. You never know that one of those areas might have a key that we need. And let's have a look here with the orb. Anything in here of any importance? The answer is it would seem not. There's a room there with two serpents, and there's a room there with one enemy. There's three enemies there, though. Let's deal with the serpents, shall we? They could be slimes. No, they're definitely serpents. An arrow or two will help you out. And by help you out, I mean it will kill you. If we could hit you. That may have hit, it sounded like it hit. Let's try, shall we? Once more. That did hit. Just as it was about to stop, that hit. You're going to come round the corner? Excellent. Would you like an arrow? You get no choice in the matter, by the way. Have more arrows. Marvellous. You have been dispatched, and it's a good thing there are no more enemies, otherwise I'd have probably been killed. Wait a minute, there's an enemy right there! Let's deal with you, shall we? They do hide those pipes quite sneakily sometimes. There is one arrow for you, one arrow for you, and there's also an arrow for you as well. And another one. Excellent. We gained a skill. What did we gain? 1 point of missile. Excellent. Now we have 2 points of missile. It's always good to get more points of missile. It'll be very slow to progress it while we're throwing things, but eventually it will go up. It may be my highest level skill by the time we end the game. Anything in here? No, not really. We did all that for that gem. To be fair, the gem was very good. And also, there's nothing there. Anything here, though, before we move on? No. That gem will be useful, though. Oh, wait a minute! There's one more serpent that we can take care of. This serpent decided that it didn't want to be left out. Don't worry, we have arrows just for you. And also for the one behind it. Excellent. We could always do with some more experience in serpent killing. Let's go, shall we, before more of them appear. Good idea, Drake. And onwards we go, around this corner. In here is apparently an enemy. Do we have the key to unlock this? I don't think we do. Always worth checking, though. No, we do not. So we're going to move on. This one is also locked, and if memory serves, this is where that different coloured dot was. There it is, that white coloured dot. We're going to be going in there shortly. In here, you heard movement, and that sounded like somebody who was wearing armour. Maybe chainmail. We'll be getting some chainmail at some point. That does not sound like somebody wearing chainmail. So we're going to have to check here later when we have the key. Unless we have the key for that one. I don't think we do. Let's have a look, though. Does this key unlock it? No. Not surprisingly, it doesn't. There actually aren't that many more areas that we can explore right now. We'll just fill these bits in for the map. There we go. And move on. There are a lot of doors there. 4 of them, in fact. and there's one tiny area here that we need to explore before we move on. We might have to head up to the previous floor to go down to another area of this floor. It does happen a fair bit, especially at the early portion of the game where there are multiple sets of stairs. It kind of dies down as you go further into the lower regions of this dungeon. It effectively is one massive dungeon, but it's several different areas, and the connection between the ruins of Stonekeep and the next area isn't that direct. You'll see soon enough. And so we've pretty much explored everywhere here, and we didn't find a key. So what we're going to have to do is go the other way and find a key. Unless Wahooka would like to give us a key. Wahooka, I don't think, gives us a key here. Alright, we're nearly where we need to be. All we need to do is, we can't go in there, so we'll go this way. And I believe we want to head yeah, we want to head this way. Okay, let's go this way. Will Wahooka appear?
Well, do you have something for me?
Funnily enough, I do!
Come closer, closer. I will not bite you.
We will step closer, and we will offer you a gem. This is done with a fairly unique mechanic. You don't see it that often in the game. There is a there we go, that symbol for give a gem.
Watch out for traps. The shamans of the Throgs set many of them around here, hoping to stick a couple of dwarves.
You may think that isn't a very useful piece of advice. It does hint at what that different coloured dot may be. It may be a dwarf. Let's give you another gem.
More. You must give me more.
Sometimes that happens, and he'll just demand more gems. That's okay, we have plenty of gems.
Search the sewers below for the key to the Underlands.
That is a good piece of advice. We've read a scroll about a dragon statuette. Maybe that is the key to the Underlands. Do we have any more gems for you? We have a few more gems. I don't want to give them to you right now. We're just going to leave. So long!
Bah! Return when you have something to give me.
I will, don't worry. He'll say that every single time. And so, up we go, so that we can head down. Might be a good idea to actually go and heal up while we're in the area, because we have taken quite a lot of damage. This is a good way of preserving your resources. Hello, don't mind me, just passing through. We will eventually have to rely more on our healing resources that we have on hand, because the fountains become less and less frequent as the game goes on. This one is a very handy one. There is also another one as well, one that is on the floor that we were actually exploring, but we have to pretty much clear the entire floor before we get access to it. This one, however, is a very handy one. We'll just drink heartily and well until we get to 100 health. It's a shame we're not at 120 yet, but we'll get there eventually. This time, we're going to go the correct way around, by turning to the right. Excellent. Down we go, so that we can head even further down. The enemies are going to get even tougher. The serpents are currently restricted in that they are in rooms. The sewers that Wahooka hinted at, there are no such rooms. The serpents will have no such thing blocking them, so they will get very close, and they will be very dangerous. We are now in the central area, and we're actually pretty close to the stairs that lead down. They're right here. So we'll just quickly go to them and head down to another area of this, of the floor below. Alright. This way? Is it this way? It is this way. We want to go this way and through this door. This door but is locked. Sometimes they put the lock on the left-hand side, sometimes they put it on the right. It works exactly the same wherever it is. There we go. And down we go. We need to find a key. We also need to most certainly be armed with an arrow or 20, because we've seen the enemies that await us, and they are dangerous. Carefully does it. Any foes around the corner? Not that I could see.
Well, do you have something for me?
Hello, Wahooka. This is the other place you can find Wahooka here.
Come closer, closer. I will not bite you.
You know what? We'll just give you our remaining gems. Maybe you'll have another good piece of advice for us. Or maybe you'll just tell us absolutely nothing. Would you like this? I think you would.
More. You must give me more.
Well, I'll try, but I don't have many more gems to give you, Wahooka. What about this one?
More. You must give me more.
I don't think I have any more for you, but I'll have a look. Do you take skulls? I have plenty of skulls. I don't think you take skulls. I don't have anything to give you, I'm afraid. We're gonna have to back up this way and head through this door. Goodbye, Wahooka. I think Wahooka will, Wahooka will just disappear. You don't get a piece of dialogue there. Any Shagas around here? I think it's time to use the orb, just to see if there's any foes nearby. There's one there, and that's a good thing to know. Let's go and deal with this foe. Knowing that the Shaga is there, we can get ready to face it. It's not a Shaga, it's actually one of these oozes. And we'll just throw this at you, and that killed you. How handy. There is a locked door here. Do we have the key for this one? We may have the key for this one. We don't. Doesn't surprise me. I don't know if the game thinks that you'll go this way or the other way first. Maybe it thinks you'll go the other way first, but either way, we have gained a skill. What skill did we just gain? We gained some more stealth. We now have a lot of points of stealth, probably because that enemy didn't notice we were here. Has noticed now. A little late though, because this enemy is now dead. You'll notice that ooze was a little bit easier to defeat. And there's also a gem in here. Nothing else in here in particular, except for some more armor, just in case you missed this piece of armor. It's right here. There's a skull. I get the feeling there might be something else in here though, so we're just going to have a quick look, just in case there's another item hidden away in the walls. And the answer is no. Absolutely nothing. Knowing me, I'll have missed the, there's a dart there. Very cleverly concealed. We could always do with more darts. Anything around here? The answer, seemingly not. Nothing at all. Ah well. There is something here. A healing root. A pretty good one too. Let's go and head this way. Down this corridor. The direction that the slime had come from. Anything down here, apart from yet another corpse, and another skull. We will need these skulls, sooner than you think. And there's another skull, hinting perhaps at a terrible fate that will befall us if we head this way as well. There is a switch on the wall. What does it do? It reveals two enemies. It's a useful thing to, press, but you really need to know that they're coming. And so, we'll very quickly throw some arrows. A lot of arrows. There we go, that's one defeated, and the other one is trying to flee. You cannot flee from an arrow! You can entirely dodge an arrow, however, or I can be terrible at throwing them. But hey, you're gone either way. You also dropped a healing root. I'm not sure I'd eat a healing root that was in a slime, but it does heal you just as well as any other. What is down here, though? There's definitely something down here, and we're going to go down here. Very carefully. And use the Orb of Afri, just in case any enemies are hiding. I can see you! Actually, I can't see you, because there are no enemies here. Or are there? There is a treasure chest. No enemies at all. Let's open it. What's in here? One of these potions. One of these potions. One of these potions as well. And that's it. Fair enough. Nothing else down here at all. Nothing at all. That's fine though. I like the fact that we got some more healing. Kind of makes up for the fact that we got hit by these enemies. Now, what's over here? You sort of take a few steps in this game and tend to use the orb just to see if there are any foes. Like, for instance, that Shaga and that Shaga over there. Now that we know they're there, we can take care of them. By using an arrow or two, or you could just do that. Ah! You threw something at us, and you threw something at us again. And this is not going so well for us. Not so well for us at all. We are on 1 health. I think it's time to use one of those healing items that we have. How about this one? No, let's use one of the 47 of these that we have. And he eats them quite heartily and immediately. We'll eat about 3 of them. That should be enough, because what we're going to do is we're going to throw an arrow or 2 at you. Ha-ha! And you're not going to move any further. Handy for us. And you're going to move back around that corner, I think. Yes, you are. We're just going to step forward and then kill you. With the Shagas, it's definitely a case of figuring out where their patrol ends. We'll certainly take the rocks that were here. And I believe, yep, we threw an arrow, and that completely missed. If only that had hit, eh? But either way, it's time for us to keep exploring. The music had stopped, and now the music will keep playing. Anything in here? The answer is no. Any enemies around here? We know there's an enemy around here. You! Ah, sneakily that foe decided to move away. Did you see that he changed where he was in the corridor? Clever. Unfortunately, you still ran straight towards us when you had all of these handy throwing rocks. May I recommend next time that you throw them? Oh wait, you're dead. You cannot do that anymore. Never mind, eh? Onwards we go. And here is something that we can open. Can we open it though? I don't think we can, because we don't have the key. There's something over here that we can unlock, and there are a bunch of enemies over there. We'll get to those enemies soon enough. Nothing there we can do, but over here, there is something we can do. It's called throwing more arrows. Alright, are we ready? We are probably not ready. Stepping forward. Ah, these enemies are going to move quite a distance. Not good. You're going to move over here too. That's really not good. Fortunately, you're going to stop here. Aha! Have at thee! I have plenty of arrows. I will eventually. But you're the one that attacked me. Right, let's do that again. This time with less getting hit. There's probably going to be just as much getting hit, isn't there? No arrow there, that's fine. I believe it's over here, around this corner. There it is. Hello, you. You going to come this way? You are not going to come this way. You are being most sneaky. That's okay, we have plenty of healing roots that we can eat so that we can go round and kill you. I think that's enough. Hello. Have at thee! You're still quite tough. I think we have to use yet another arrow on you. There we go. Aha! And you are dead. Marvellous. We're only on 22 health. We really need more health. We also need to have a look in that chest and see if there's anything good in there. Anything nice? No. I believe the Shagas may have already got to what's in there and taken it. If only you'd have used that flaming oil, you might still be alive. I didn't have that much health after all. Time to move on, and most certainly consult the orb, because Drake's not looking too healthy right now. Anything over here? It would seem not. Or maybe there is something here. Maybe there is. There's a skull. Always handy to pick up one of those. Nothing here? Nope, doesn't seem like it. Oh wait! There's a hidden illusionary wall. There are quite a few of them in the game. That's one of them. We'll just head back through that, and head to the one place that we haven't yet been. We need to find a key. A key that we can use to unlock pretty much everything here. And that as well. We need to get access to the sewers. That's one thing we definitely need to do. But what we also need to do is not die. And so, when we come back, folks, we'll head down this corridor. We haven't yet been down here. And see if there are any enemies that we need to defeat. I believe there likely will be. And when we find them, we'll throw some more arrows at them. And if they get really close, we may actually have to attack them with our sword. We're going to be far better with throwing things than with our sword. Then again, it's at 2 dots apiece. It'll probably get higher, the sword skill, eventually, because we won't be able to rely on throwing arrows forever. Ah, who am I kidding? We'll be throwing arrows forever! We just may need to throw quite a few more before enemies die. So I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.